When it comes to face painting, what do you think of? A star on the cheek? Or maybe a flower? Or do you think of this? To Lilly Walters Schermerhorn and the people she paints, face painting is so much more.
You know, some people, when you tell them you're a face painter, and they go, oh, yeah, face painting, you know, balloon on the cheek or something, but it's perhaps a few steps beyond that.
I like it because you come in when playing face, and when you have your face painting, you turn around and be another person.
Well, now today, our culture now is painting our body with everything. The thing I like about Lilly is you can wash it off, because in my age group, we don't have tattoos.
Yeah, when you talk about face painting, it's really a catch-all for painting all kinds of different body parts. Pregnant bellies, the hands and the feet. And lately, I've gotten into the world of henna tattoos. They do these beautiful traditional designs on just about everything you can think of. It's really touching into that inner core of somebody and being able to look at them and say, gosh, is it this princess they want to be? Is it the tiger? Is it some kind of a morph thing of a bunch of things coming together to kind of reach to that hidden thing that people don't see and bring it out there of what they wish they could be? That's a pretty special thing to be able to do for people.
To Lilly, face painting is also a serious business. For years now, Lilly has made her favorite pastime a good source of income too.
I got into art. Actually, until I got married in '98, I was convinced that I absolutely had no artistic ability, that I was just couldn't even draw a stick figure. And my husband wanted some of those horrible tacky lawn ornaments people put out at Christmas time, you know, of the Santa and the reindeer, and I said, no, those are disgusting. We are not doing that in my house. And he said, no, yes we are, it's my house too. He won, but he let me pick the pattern. And we had a little craft room in the back of the house, and so I went back to see how he was doing it, and you just put the pattern on a piece of wood and cut the wood out, and then it's like filling in the numbers. And so I was watching him, and he said, do you want to try? I thought, well, I could just fill in the numbers with that paint, and oh my gosh, it opened the floodgates. But that got me started to think, well, maybe I'm not awful. And one thing led to another, and I wrote a couple of books about face painting. I've did the art book, which is the first one, which is about how to paint on junk jars, and then I did all the ones on face painting. I've done 3 of those now. And now I'm kind of sought after as a face painter.
What is most amazing about Lilly is that she is able to accomplish all of this while overcoming a disability.
Well, you know, when I first hurt my hand, I was 10 years old, and it was terrifying. We had rented this forklift to move some hay, and we were bringing it back to the place that we had rented it from. And it went out of control. There was a problem with the steering, and it flipped over on top of me. And I was stuck under there for quite a while. And my father was laying in the ditch next to me. And you know, how do you go from that and you go on? And I think some people are marred by it, and some people aren't. And what is the difference? And I think it's the people around you. Most of the people in my life just never treated me as if I was disabled. And so I tended not to think of myself that way.
You wouldn't even know she has a disability. We don't even think of her as disabled. Nothing she hasn't been able to do, she hasn't conquered.
And perhaps I am an overachiever, which is why I've written 20 books. And, you know, because I have that little thing inside of me that says I need to prove to people and to myself that I can go out and do things.
Besides face painting, Lilly is the leading expert on one-hand typing and has published many manuals and books on the subject. She is also close friends with baseball player Jim Abbott and books his events. As if all this wasn't enough, Lilly is also a sought-after public speaker with published books.
I really think it was about my mother. She loved to type. She loved to type, and so she passed that on to me, how very important it was, which is why I learned how to type with one hand, and how so much of my life went on then to be about one-hand typing and the books that I wrote and the other products that are related with that. I started to get calls daily from people around the world saying, where's that typing manual? So I wrote this typing manual, so now all of a sudden I'm making, you know, pretty decent money. I wrote several books about the world of professional speaking, how to be a better speaker, how to make money as a speaker, anything you can think of in the world of professional speaking. Boy, that's what we were doing. And, you know, which is all very eclectic, that here I am considered to be pretty much the leading expert in the world, but, you know, I booked Jim Abbott, and I'm a face painter. It's sort of, you know, it's just an odd thing for it to all come together that way.
Though you probably wouldn't even notice, Lilly continues to be an inspiration to others all over the world by showing us there is never an excuse, never an obstacle that can't be conquered with will and determination.
She's always moving, always going, always compulsing on something new, some type of a business, writing a book, putting up a web page, helping people. She loves to teach people.
She's an amazing person.